show. So here we go. I've brought a little bit of a prop, a little gift for you.
Oh, okay.
To wear during today's show. Back to What the Lyric. We are excited to do another show. I am DJ Jeffermon Janzee, and this is
DJ Jeffy J. And you can find us on Instagram and Mixcloud at the Jeffy J and Mr. Jeffermon Janzee, the DJ Jeffermon Janzee as well.
That's right, DJ Jeffermon Janzee on Mixcloud and Instagram. So here we are again with another week of What the Lyric. What's What the Lyric? What the Lyric is a show where we break down popular songs and explain them so that you can understand what is happening in the song. What in the world do those lyrics mean? I have no idea. And also, who would like to watch this show?
Anybody who wants to learn what the lyrics really mean. So parents, if you're curious about what your kids are listening to, we will help show you what the songs are. Is a song about love? Is a song about drugs? We'll tell you. And also kids at school or kids who listen to music, this is for you as well too. You can be the cool person in your group. You can know what the artist means. You can then explain the history of the lyric and then wow your friends and become the lyrical connoisseur of the friend group. So, trademark.
Which would make you bougie. There's another word for you.
Ooh, there you go.
All right, here we go. What the Lyric.
Yes.
All right, so this week's song, each week we switch up who does the research and who has no clue. And this time I did the research and he has no clue. So here we go. I've brought a little bit of a prop, a little gift for you.
Oh, okay.
To wear during today's show.
An outfit.
An outfit,
Costume.
yes. He has no clue, but in the spirit of this week's song, here we go. Jeffy J, this is for you to wear during the show. I think it fits you perfectly.
Oh my goodness, all right.
There we go. That's a matte black cowboy hat.
Yep.
Because this week's song is the #1 song on the charts. Here we go. Old Town Road.
Yes.
All right, so here's your lyrics. What we're going to do is we're going to take a break and we're going to listen to the song. We'll post it up there. We want you to go listen to it so you can hear the lyrics one more time. Even keep them open in a browser window as we work through this so you can keep playing it. And we'll link over to our Spotify account. So let's listen to the song. So we've just listened to Old Town Road. You got your cowboy matte black hat on, which is right in line with the spirit of the song. What do you think? Are you ready for this?
I'm not really much of a country guy, so this is a new feeling for me.
But is this song country?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I know that was an argument they've had. That's
one of the things we're going to talk about right
country, now. I say it is country. All right, so currently #1 on the Billboard charts as of making this video, which we're in May 2019. This song has currently spent 8 weeks at #1 on the charts. When it was first released, it was under 2 minutes long, making it one of the shortest songs to ever hit the Billboard charts. Okay.
But then Billy Ray added a verse, so it's a little bit longer now. It's been on the charts for 12 weeks total. All right, so huge hit for Lil Nas X.
Okay.
Lil Nas X is a rapper from Atlanta, Georgia. So he's, where all rappers come from pretty much, other than like
Dirty South.
Drake's the Dirty South, right? Hollywood South. Now, here's the thing. This kid is 20 years old right now.
Really?
He's a whopping 20
He can't even drink
years old.
yet.
I want you to think about this. What were you doing last Thanksgiving? How rich, how famous were you just 8 months ago?
Last Thanksgiving.
Pretty much like right now, right?
Yeah. I'm not.
Turkey tastes the same this year as it did last year.
It does, yeah.
You're going to be in the same seat. Well, last Thanksgiving, Lil Nas X was sleeping on his sister's couch. He was working in a fast food restaurant.
Okay.
He had like $8 to his name.
Oh.
He had just secretly dropped out of college, and his parents were upset because they had found out that he dropped out of college because he wanted to pursue this music career, which was absolutely nothing at the time.
Yeah, I'm sure they loved that probably.
Right.
That's every parent's dream right there.
Right, drop out of college. So here is a 19-year-old kid in Atlanta, Georgia, sleeping on his sister's couch. She's fed up with him, ready to kick him out. And he had done one thing well. He had created a social media following. All right, so on social media, he had a huge following made up of memes and whatever. And this song right here, I got to frame this up for you to get you in the right frame of mind to understand, because the song is a metaphor for his life.
Gotcha.
All right, this Old Town Road. I mean, you don't think of kids from Atlanta and Western cowboys going together.
No,
They just don't, which is what makes this song genius.
Okay.
So let's frame this up.
All right.
So he had spent his days self-promoting his music, and that was just falling apart. So the song first was released. All he did was he released it on a website last December.
Okay.
So 6 months ago.
Okay.
He paid $30 to a kid from the Netherlands named Young Keo.
Keo. Okay.
Which you hear in that first verse.
Yeah.
We're going to get to that. It's a site that was launched for aspiring musicians to upload their instrumentals, and you can go on there, you can buy tracks or beats or whatever.
Okay.
And so that bass beat you got came from this Young Keo, who's a teenager from the Netherlands, and Lil Nas bought that track for $30.
Wow. Investment.
Investment.
Cool. Yeah.
All right? And he goes out and he sings the lyrics over, and he also takes a little riff from a 9 Inch Nails song, which they're getting royalties off of this.
Nice.
Loving it. And puts together this song. The other artist you hear in the song is Billy Ray Cyrus.
Yes.
What do we know
break
about?
your heart.
Right, that's right.
Don't tear my heart. Like you break your heart.
You got some country in you. Well, Billy Ray. I hope you watch this because Billy Ray.
Please.
Here's our fun fact of the day. Billy Ray and I actually grew up in the same town.
No way.
So he's from Flatwoods, Kentucky, which is where I grew up playing Little League Baseball. We were actually, Billy Ray and I went to church together when we were I was this big. He was like 17 years old. So Billy Ray, when you watch this video, hey, let's hang out again. Let's get you on an interview here so you can share your feelings on this song. Hit us up for that.
Please.
We'll give you our contact. He's also known for being the father of
Miley Cyrus.
right, the twerk queen.
Yes.
Right. And
Party in the USA.
Twerking to Us, and of course his #1 1992 Achy Breaky Heart, which you're gonna see. He brings back pieces of that Achy Breaky Heart outfit in this. All right, so let's get into the song. All right, now you kind of understand the context.
Yeah, I'm here.
Broke 19-year-old releases this song.
Yep.
First line is, "Yeah, I'm gonna take my horse to the old town road. I'm gonna ride till I can't no more." What do you think that means?
I imagine that he's like running away. So imagine that, in the cowboy metaphor.
Yup.
So he has a horse and he's going to take it to the town road. I imagine back in like the Western days, there was like one road that went from, this town to this town. That road took people to other towns. And it sounds like he's just on his horse. He's going to ride until the horse gives out, dies, or breaks a leg, and then he has to shoot the horse.
All right, so you are right on. I mean, very close. To
Cool.
the
All right.
All right.
Good.
So
Feel good so far.
yeah, picture that old Western town. Dirt roads rolls through the town.
Yep.
Little tumbleweed goes across the
Classic,
road. Right.
yep.
You hear. Right. You know this sound. This is This is the old town that we're in.
Yes.
And he in his mind is in a place where he's lonely. I think. He's got a dream. He believes in himself, but his parents are upset with him, and so he is saying, "I'm just going to get on my horse, and I'm going to ride it until I can't anymore."
Gotcha.
Okay,
Yeah,
and his horse was it's a metaphor for this trip to success in the music world, his music career, which at that point was nothing.
This is deep right now.
Right? Nothing.
I
So
love this.
when he puts this song out, he was nobody. I mean, working at fast food restaurants, right? So there we go. So picture a ghost town and this young, beat up cowboy riding out of town.
This is me riding on a horse. Just
That's
so
right.
I'm not just like moving my hips currently.
All right, here we go. So I'm going to take my horse to the old town road. I'm going to ride till I can't no more. Next line is, "I got the horses in the back."
Yeah.
What do you think that means?
Excuse me. Well, you wouldn't put a horse behind a carriage because that would not make sense. Because horses, they pull and they don't push with their snouts, their face, whatever you call that thing,
Right.
The nose. Horses in the back. I think of horsepower when it comes to like a car.
Okay.
And like a Lamborghini, like an Audi R8, I know that they have the engines in the back, so the horsepower is right there in the back. So now I'm thinking that like if he's on his trip to success in music, he's made it, and now he can afford a car with a horse in the back.
Okay, you're close.
Okay.
All right, we are thinking about high performance cars.
Yeah.
All right, now feel free to comment below if you've got other thoughts on what this means. This is kind of a theory that we've drawn up in the context of the song, but
Okay.
so many high performance sports cars, like you're mentioning,
Yeah.
will put their engines in the back. The reason they do that is it puts the weight over the rear driven wheels, and so it really increases that traction, makes that car have a lot more traction. So one car in specific does this, and that's the Porsche 911, which we hear him later talking about whipping your Porsche in this song.
Gotcha.
Now, to note, you also hear the song talk about a Maserati. The Maserati was added in that last verse that Billy Ray added later. Maseratis put their engine in the front.
Oh.
All right, so don't let that discount the credibility of this, because that was an added verse, an added car after the concept of this song came up. So, think about this. What he's saying here, I think, is that I, as a musician, am a high performance sports car.
Oh, okay.
You don't know it yet.
Yeah.
But I am incredibly fine tuned as a musician.
Gotcha.
And as I go down this road, you just wait till you see what I've got. So
confidence.
he's saying,
I like it.
Yeah, it's kind of like you don't know it.
Yeah.
But I got the horses in the back. Of course, horses is drawing on that cowboy theme.
Nice.
Horse tack is attached is the next line. What do you think horse tack?
This is my city boy coming out, but I honestly have no clue what a horse tack is. Initial thought, I'm thinking a horse tack is like a saddle. Is that like a fancy name for like a saddle?
Right. So it's not a push pin you stick in.
Yeah. no, it's not horse. Go faster.
Right. We get some horse tacks up on the wall.
No. Yeah.
All right. In the horse world, in the equine world, tack is horse gear.
Okay, gotcha.
So you can actually go to a store called a tack shop.
Gotcha, okay.
And you'll go in there and there'll be saddles and bridles. And so what he's saying is, on my horse, I've got all the things I need to make it. I've got the skills, I've got the talent. So I am a high performance sports car, and I've got all of the things that I need to make this happen. All right, hat is matte black, as you're sporting today. A black cowboy hat was typically worn by the bad guy.
Yeah, John Wayne, I think he's a Western guy, right?
John Wayne's the good guy.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
But the guys that you'd see him, the funny thing about Westerns is the bad guys can never hit anything. The good guys can shoot everybody on the first shot. But the black is typically the bad guy in the old classic Western. Well, today, that bad is now a good thing. All right, so when you wear a black matte hat, it's like saying, I am sleek, I am bad.
Look out for me.
Right? Look out for me. I got the boots that black to match, riding on a horse haw. You can whip your Porsche. So what do you think he's saying there?
With the Porsche part? Or riding on a horse?
We got boots that match, he's riding on a horse, and you can whip your Porsche.
Well, I feel like he is saying that he is coming up from nothing, so he is riding on a horse, while other people, they might have been born with like a silver spoon in their mouth, and they were given a Porsche when they were younger, or his age.
Okay.
So I feel like he's saying, like, you bought your way to music, I rode my way to music, I made my way to the top 100 chart, or something like that.
Right, so yes, you are right. Essentially, what he's saying is that other people, they're riding into their careers on a Porsche.
Yeah.
All right, so a Porsche, again, horses in the back, it's got the engine in there, but they might have been given this, they might have been handed their success. And he's saying, you know, I've got my black hat on, I got my boots that match.
Bad guy.
And it also could be, he could be saying, look at you, you've got it all together, but I'm over here riding on a horse, kind of like just coming from maybe the poor or maybe from nothing, and here you are in a fancy Porsche. Little side note here, he says you can whip your Porsche. So a Porsche is known to have the horse logo.
Yeah.
So there's a parallel there between he's riding on his horse, you're riding on the silver horse.
Gotcha.
And whipping it is, in horse racing, a jockey will use a whip to motivate and move the horse. You can also use a whip to steer the horse. So that's where that reference is. This is actually done in the Kentucky Derby and other horse races.
Nice.
I've been in the valley. You ain't been up off that porch now.
I think about being in the battlefield and roughing it, while some people just sit back there and watch. So how I think it is like in the cowboy western mindset. So maybe we're in like Arizona or New Mexico, and there's like these big valleys, these big mountains going in, and he's in there, he's roughing it, he's getting gunfights, he's fighting his way through the town, while other people are just sitting there on the rocking chairs, casually getting by,
Alright.
maybe making some comments and making some.
You're kind of off here. Let's break this down. So the phrase to be in the valley means you've been in a dark place.
Oh, gotcha.
So a lot of times you'll say when you're in the valley you might be depressed.
Gotcha.
But you ain't been up off that porch now. So essentially that's a way of saying you haven't come from where I've come from.
Gotcha.
Many times in lower income neighborhoods, it's common to see people sitting on the porch. Makes me think of the movie Friday. If you've ever seen the movie Friday, the whole movie is them sitting on the front porch in the hood watching life happen.
Damn!
Gotcha.
And so this is kind of that imagery of where I come from. It's maybe lower income. It's people just sitting on the porch, and you haven't even lived that life.
Gotcha.
So, all right, we're into the hook now. So
Okay, cool. Yep.
Can't nobody tell me nothing. You can't tell me nothing. Can't nobody tell me nothing. You can't tell me nothing. What do you think he's saying?
Same thing. Is just saying like I did this my way, and you can't tell me how to do it my way because there's no one like me.
Okay,
I
so
see.
yes, this is actually a specific little jab punch
Ooh.
at his parents.
Ooh. Okay.
Because they are telling him, you need to quit your music career
Yeah.
and you need to get back in school.
Wow.
All right, he's really in this dark place right now where his parents are all on his case because he's quit school. And he's just saying, you can't tell me anything. You just can't tell me I'm going to make it.
Wow.
All right?
Okay.
Well, look at him now.
Yeah.
All right.
You can tell him something. Well, I guess no, you can't. But.
Also, he's saying, in his words, he's saying, I'm going to persevere. This is me like, you can't tell me I'm not going to do it. It's a great life phase.
Yeah.
It's like saying when there are people that try to steal your dream and try to be a naysayer, tell them you can't tell me nothing.
Man,
I'm going to go get it.
Motivation and lyrics there.
Here we
I
go.
like it. I like it.
Riding on a tractor, next verse. So you can kind of see we started down here on a horse.
Yes.
And boom, we're on a tractor.
John Deere.
I mean, he doesn't
Or
say
whatever
John
it is.
Deere,
Yeah.
but he just says it's a tractor. Why do you think he says that?
Riding on a tractor?
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, now here he is. He has a little bit of success. He's gotten some notoriety, and he can now afford a tractor, which hopefully does not break down like his horse does, or...
Right? All right,
Yeah.
so he's going to ride his horse to the tent, and now he's on a tractor. So in his place in life, he's actually thinking about the future here, and where he's going to be as he moves up. So he's moved up to the big fancy tractor. Tractors can be hundreds of thousands of dollars.
I did not know that.
All right, so a horse, not so much. A few thousand. The racehorse would, yes.
Yeah, I'm like,
millions. Next line, interesting. Lean all in my bladder.
Well, I do know that lean is a hip-hop drink, as far as, like, it's a mixture of codeine syrup and Sprites and a Jolly Rancher in there for flavor. So
How do you know this?
I mean, sorry DEA,
All
no, I'm
right.
just kidding.
So, according to drugabuse.com, lean, it's also known as purple drink, purple lean, scissor, I don't know if I'm saying that right. Yep. Lean drink, dirty Sprite. It's a combination of prescription strength cough medicine, a soft drink, and a hard fruit-flavored candy of some sort. So the prescription cough syrups is used to make lean. It's the most dangerous part of this because it typically does contain codeine or some part of an opioid. So Lil Nas X himself says he does not endorse that, but just know lean is a drug reference. It's a reference to being full of purple drink or codeine or some sort of opioid there. Cheated on my baby, you can go and ask her. Why do you think he throws that in there?
Well, I imagine that here he is visualizing his future and hoping for the best for himself. And this sounds bad, but maybe in his vision he thinks of himself as like a player, like a Hugh Hefner or someone who has a lot of women. And maybe in his fantasy he does think about cheating on his significant other.
Right.
which-
He's saying he's kind of, his words were, this is the Hollywood life you see, everybody.
That's true.
I already got my tractor now, I'm moving up. Now I'm going to cheat. It's like adultery is common in Hollywood. And that next line follows right in line. My life is a movie, bull riding and boobies. Your favorite line of the song.
Man. If there's just a Jeffy J to the T, it's just bull riding and boobies. Yep.
Yup,
Man.
which is kind of a paradox because most bull riders actually lose their testicles. I don't know if you know that.
Really?
But riding that bull actually
Because
makes
just
you-
from the
Yep,
hammering?
From the hammering, so
Wow.
I mean, I think that's kind of a life that leads to a lot of frustration. But
Yeah.
this is actually a reference to a Matthew McConaughey and Jennifer Garner movie
Okay.
called Dallas Buyers Club.
Okay. Yeah.
Dallas Buyers Club is about a guy who, that's what he does. He's living the life, the fast life. He rides bulls, and then he goes and hooks up with girls. Okay, so, but what happens in the movie is he quickly finds out, and the whole story takes a twist when he finds out he has HIV. And he becomes a illegal drug dealer of good drugs to help people with HIV. So go check out Matthew McConaughey's movie there. Excellent. Dallas Buyers Club. Cowboy hat from Gucci is the next line. Where are we going here?
I mean, it's a cowboy hat from Gucci. I know Gucci's expensive, and
Right.
he's made it so he can afford I don't know how much they charge, $1,500 for a cowboy hat.
Right, but here's the thing. When he wrote this, Gucci didn't make a cowboy hat.
They do now.
Well, guess what?
Hey!
Twitter link, we're going to pop it up here. Click on it because here is a picture of Miley Cyrus, ironically.
No way.
Miley Cyrus wearing her brand new bright red Gucci
Oh my goodness.
cowboy hat that is now available. I have no idea how much they
I
cost.
cannot believe it.
But essentially what he's saying is he's just flexing hard here because he's made it so big that he has a cowboy hat from Gucci.
From
Which
Gucci.
At the time he's like, hey, they don't even make it. But guess what? Now they do. So Miley's wearing it. You can see it at that link. Checker red cowboy hat. Then the next line is Wrangler on my booty.
To me, I think that even though he's made it, he's still kind of true to his roots. Because Wrangler jeans, that's like the true all-American denim,
Right.
down to your roots
Right.
jeans. So yes,
You
he's...
can buy them at Walmart.
Yeah,
You can buy 'em
exactly.
at Kmart. Is Kmart still around?
I mean,
I'm
maybe
sure they're on
like
Blue Light
Mark
Special
too.
today
Yeah.
somewhere. If they are, these are just like middle class, working, farm jeans.
Yeah.
And here he's saying, I've kind of made it, but I'm still at my roots.
Exactly. Wrangler.
And also, I do want to let you know that at the link, you can now, has been introduced Wrangler's Little Nas X collection.
No.
Wrangler has released,
No.
right there on your booty, it can say Little Nas
No.
X. By Wrangler, you can pick up a pair of those jeans.
Oh my goodness.
Go check that out. Hey, music changes the world.
Wow.
All right,
Okay.
and then we're back into Can't Nobody Tell Me Nothing
Yep, chorus.
again. He's moved up, now they can't tell him it. All right, so we're back into the chorus now, and the original version of the song just went back into the Can't Nobody Tell Me Nothing. Yeah, I'm going to take my horse to the Old Town Road, and it was over.
Yeah.
So he had tweeted out right after he released that first version that he wanted Billy Ray Cyrus to collaborate with him. That was his dream.
Yeah.
Well, this song, Old Town Road, made it to the Billboard charts under Hot Country.
Country. Cool.
All right,
Okay.
in March. And after being there, so here's this 19-year-old kid going nuts. His song's on Billboard charts. And guess what Billboard does?
Take it down.
They look at him and go,
Yeah.
he doesn't maybe look country.
Yeah.
He's not, there's a hip-hop beat, and they took it off the charts, and they said it's not country. So they essentially, to him, I can only imagine they were stealing his success. Well, the music industry, everybody created an outrage and a lot of controversy on this, but to this day, you will not find the song on the Hot Country charts.
Wow.
After 8 weeks at number 1 of all the top 100 charts, it's still not listed as country on Billboard.com. So they're standing by their stance, but Billy Ray, his producers came to him and said, Little Nas X would like you to collaborate with him. And Billy Ray heard that and said, I kind of feel like you got a bad shake here.
Good.
And he said, whatever I can do to help the dude out.
Yeah.
All right, so
Good.
he and Billy Ray partnered up, and thus this verse comes along where you hear Billy Ray saying, hat down, cross town, living like a rock star. Where are we at now? What do you think that means?
I mean, I just imagine that, well, Billy Ray, so I don't know if he is saying he is, well, it sounds like he's made it as well, because he's Billy Ray Cyrus.
All right.
I mean, just imagine like he's on like his tour bus and he has like the hat like over his face and he's like sleeping like this because he's such a busy guy. And this is how I'm doing the rest of his videos, just like this. So I hope you're ready for this right now.
Right. I would say it could be. I would say hat down is him in town, and you know how a lot of times when famous people hit town now, they've got to be somewhat incognito. So they might ride with their hat down, they might roll with their hat down, they've got sunglasses on. So as a cowboy, you put your hat down, it's very hard to tell who you are.
That's true.
Because that brim covers your face. So he's
now
living across the town like a rock star. Spent a lot of money on my brand new guitar. Pretty straightforward. He's got money now, so we've stair-stepped from the horse to the tractor to now we're living like a rock star. Baby's got a habit, diamond rings and Fendi sports bras. Tell me about that.
Well, I feel like his wife, girlfriend, significant other, has a very luxurious shopping habit. So diamond rings, expensive. I really don't know the Fendi brand too well. I have heard of Fendi before, but I have no clue if they make sports bras.
You don't wear a Fendi sports bra?
I do not. Okay. I wear no bra.
All right. Well, all right. So, well, we saw him. Hey, watch our other video. You'll actually see him get to bounce his pecs in. What video was that? That was
Going
Bad.
Bad.
Watch the Going Bad video. We can link that down below. But all right, so the next line is riding down Rodeo in my Maserati sports car. So let's back up a moment. He's talking about Fendi sports bras. Right at 201 North Rodeo Drive, you will find the Fendi store in Beverly Hills.
Wow.
Right? So right there on Rodeo Drive, there is a Fendi store, which Fendi is a brand.
Yes.
And Fendi really doesn't. So I got on their website and checked it out. They don't even list bras or sports bras.
Okay.
But they've got these athletic tops for women.
Yeah.
And they're about anywhere from $400 to $600.
Really?
For a sports bra.
Really?
Well, right? So I would agree that's a bad habit.
That's
she's got a habit. I'm going to classify that as an expensive habit.
Yeah.
How about that?
Yeah.
Riding down Rodeo in my Maserati sports car. Remember Maserati here? This is added later. Maserati sports car. You have any idea what a Maserati costs?
Maserati. Ooh, I want to say 250,000.
All right, a little high. Maseratis, they can be, I'm sure, if they're customized.
Yeah.
But the MSRP on a Gran Turismo Maserati, which is what they ride in the video, $150,000.
$150,000.
$150,000. All right, so just a little fact. Just last week, and we're gonna post the video link right here. You can see on the Vibe video, Lil Nas postmated a brand new Maserati to Billy Ray Cyrus. So he just last week sent him a brand new Maserati. Now you're like, well, what is postmate?
Yeah,
So I'm like, I didn't know what postmate was. So
sounds like you're saying like mailed.
Right. So there's this service out there, and we can link this as well. But postmate is whatever you want in the world. If you're in a city where they service, they will courier it to your doorstep. So, hey, I want a Fendi sports bra from Rodeo Drive. Hop on there, and boom, it's at your doorstep. Postmate shows up with it with this courier service. So it's kind of like a courier service to just everyday people. So think like Uber Eats meets, I don't know,
post office
meets Amazon Prime.
Personal shopping.
Everything in the world, boom, to your door. So this is a big thing, and Lil Nas X is a big supporter of that. And so he went and he ordered and had delivered to Billy Ray, his very own red Gran Turismo Maserati last week. You can watch the video of him surprising it with him. Good time. Got no stress. I've been through all that. I'm like a Marlboro man, so I kick on back.
So I might be a little bit too young for the Marlboro ads.
All right,
but
you can't even say it.
I can't. Marlboro.
Marlboro is a cigarette company.
Yeah, obviously we don't condone smoking.
North Carolina.
Yes, exactly. But imagine like ads for like the cowboy. I know there was a man who would be in the ads.
Right.
Imagine like the ad would be him like by like a campfire, like his like legs propped up, and like him just casually smoking a cigarette and just enjoying the stars. So imagine that's what now he's saying is that he's made it, he's successful, now he's got no stress, so he can just, chill by his campfire and just, enjoy his cigarettes.
Alright, so those of you that know the Marlboro Man is traditionally pictured standing.
Oh, really?
And what's classic about the Marlboro Man, he is a cowboy. He is kind of that rugged, masculine cowboy figure, and he always wears that big long trench coat and his cowboy hat, and he's smoking a cigarette.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the iconic picture. Well, when you look at Billy Ray Cyrus, he looks just like him. He always wears that long trench coat. Go watch Achy Breaky Heart. You'll see that long kind of leather. It's a long leather.
Yeah.
I call it a trench coat, whatever. And then his cowboy hat. There's no cigarettes here referenced, but that's what people would look at him and go, "You're the Marlboro Man.
Yeah.
You look just like that guy." So he's saying, "I'm just like him." So I kick on back, and then we see this next line. Wish I could roll on back to that old town road. I want to ride till I can't no more. What do you think he's saying there?
I feel like Billy Ray is saying, even though like I've made it in the music industry, like here I am in Hollywood, here I am getting recognized, big name. I feel like he's secretly saying, I wish I could go back to Kentucky.
Right.
I wish I could go back to my roots and just like go back home, have no one recognize me. Maybe he likes the struggle of early music days, and maybe he's just like, I just wish I could go back there and just get away from this lifestyle.
This is a theme we see recurring in music, that people, once they've made it, so he's saying, I'm here, I'm chill, I've got it all.
Yeah.
And wouldn't it be kind of cool to go back to the simple life? Where I didn't have anything, where I was trying to make it, that old town road, so I have to ride till I can't no more, just the struggle to make it.
Yep.
So that's this song. We are What the Lyric, and that's Old Town Road, #1 song 8 weeks in a row and counting.
Yes.
Still rocking.
Yes, and once again, make sure you leave a comment below, thumbs up the video, and also don't forget to subscribe to this channel.
That's right.
And
And
also
subscribe so you can follow us.
Yes, and also if you want a song that if you want to hear a song that we want, if you want a song that we will break down for you, make sure you leave it in comments. And once again, I'm the Jeffy J.
And I'm DJ Jeffermon Janzee. We'll see you next time on What the Lyric.
Bye.